All right, what's up, everyone? So for today's Faithful Friday, I want to talk a little bit about the first time ever. I've never spoke about it. I never talked about it. None of my speeches. I never told my family about it. But this will be the very first time ever since coming up on 5 years since I was struck by somebody that was driving under the influence. So this is gonna be the first time I ever talked about my STD, eh, PST. How do you say it? P PTSD, PT. My flashbacks. Um, so before I get there, though, I was listening to this person giving advice about your daily losses. Everybody goes through daily losses. They lose their home, their mortgage, their car gets repoed. They go through divorces. They lose their spouse. They lose, uh, somebody through a death. They lose. Uh, everybody goes through daily losses, and the first person that gets blamed, which is the biggest victim of being blamed for everything that goes wrong, which is God. Now, they were also giving advice, and this is somebody that never. I got certified to be a mentor for amputees, and this person was giving advice of daily losses, different situations, but they were also giving advice of daily losses of amputees, which I can understand. I can understand, but in my case, and this is why I want to talk about the first time ever speaking about my flashbacks. But before I get there, before I get to that point, um, you know, this person was talking about, people like, for example, one of the daily losses, they lose a body part, which I lost my eyesight and I lost my leg during this whole incident. And whether you're talking about, first thing you do is you get mad at God, you lose faith, you blame God. Why me? You go through grieving motions. You go through all these things, and everybody grieves their own way. Everybody has their own time frame. There is no time frame of just getting over it. It's not that easy. So, anyways, the reason why we talk about my flashbacks is because you see, I've been asked. So, I never went through all that. I never went through a grieving process. I never went through, of course, I lost two sons. I know how it is to lose people in my life. Um, but during the whole thing, when I woke up from my coma and found out, one, I couldn't see anymore, pitch black. And then when I had to lose my leg, I was never mad at God. I was never mad. I accepted it from the jump. Now I don't understand, because I know I've been told, I was told I coded 3 different times. Now, this is why I never speak about my flashbacks. Every time I hear sirens, I get flashbacks in the morning, but I don't speak about it because I don't know if it's my mind just messing with me. But I want to talk about it for the first time today. Every time I hear sirens, the flashbacks I get, I don't know if my mind messing with me. I don't know. I know I did code 3 different times. Uh, I know the doctors just was telling my family, pull the plug. I wasn't going to live. I had no chance of living. And then when I did wake up, they said I was going to be brain dead. But I get these flashbacks every time I hear sirens. This will be the very first time I've ever spoke about it. The only one's going to hear it, as I'm telling you guys, is going to be my youngest daughter, my youngest son. I don't know where my oldest daughter's at. They're the only ones home right now with me right now. But anyways, every time I get these flashbacks, I actually have flashbacks. I've been asked if I ever had out-of-body experience. I don't remember if I did. I don't think I did, because I don't remember if I did. But every time I get flashbacks, I don't remember the whole thing. just little visions of my flashbacks. But when I get these flashbacks, I get flashbacks of the morning of the incident, during the time I was in the hospital, during the time I never speak about it because I don't know, it's my mind just playing games on me. But I get flashbacks, for example, of watching the fire department cutting me out of my pickup truck. I never seen my body though. During my flashbacks, I never seen my body. Uh, like if I was there as a firefighter, like if I was a first responder, um, listen to everybody here, hand me this or take me this. When they got me out of my pickup truck, I remember hearing, "Hey, bud, just calm down. You're gonna be okay. We're gonna send you to the doctor." I remember hearing, "Send him to Memorial Hospital." I remember hearing, um, and it's like I see them working on me, but not. I didn't see my body. I just like if I was one of them. And the crazy thing is that when I was in the ambulance and when I heard the fibrillator that where they shocks your heart, um, I was watching a video the other day and I heard it. And when I heard it, boom, I got flashbacks. I got flashbacks of like hearing them say, charge it up, we need it. And several times. And like I seen the ambulance guy, I actually see him. And now that, well, I'm not gonna get too detailed, but and using it on me. And during the time they're using it on me is actually the time where I heard Kim tell me, "You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Let them do their jobs." But here's the crazy thing is that when I get these flashbacks, I actually see my mother-in-law. When I was going into the emergency room, I mean, obviously I wasn't there. That's why I can't say it's my mind playing tricks on me. But I remember when they were taking me inside. Well, I don't remember. This is my flashbacks. Seeing my mother-in-law standing there like this, looking at me, you know. I get flashbacks being on the surgery table. My mother-in-law standing next to Kim. I had just happened to be in my mother-in-law's room where she passed away at when I was recovering. Just certain flashbacks. I don't get flashbacks the whole night. I don't. But I don't know if these are flashbacks just playing in my head, my emotions playing in my head, thinking, what happened. I don't know. I don't know what these flashbacks means. I don't know if these are flashbacks are things that actually happen. I don't know if these are flashbacks. I don't know what these flashbacks are. But I call it flashback because I can't, PS, whatever, however you say it. But the crazy thing is I get these flashbacks, and I'm wondering if I did have an out-of-body experience, and that's why, I never was mad at God. That's why I've never been into depression. That's why I've never been, because of my faith, it caused me to have more faith. Since I woke up from my coma, I've had more faith. I've never been pissed off at God. I've never been pissed off at the situation. I never asked why me. I never asked. The only thing I know was when they were explaining what happened to me. One of the first things, was I got to get my story out there. I got to help save lives, and I've been so passionate of getting my story, telling people my story, telling people, raising awareness of driving under the influence. I'm not saying don't party, I'm far from that. Just saying don't drive under the influence. But it's crazy because for some reason, since I woken up from my coma, it's just something I've been like really, really passionate about, is to sending this message. I mean, is that part of my reason of my path? If I can get this message sent, I don't know. I have no clue, but I do know this is a big passion of mine. And I haven't done many public events like speaking at DUI classes and stuff like that because it's hard on my family to take me, and I can't ask anybody else to take me because I don't got gas to give them. I don't got no gas money to give them. I don't get paid for doing this. I know one of the counties made it a job for me to talk at the high schools because, for example, um, last year I wasn't getting no donations, and they were like, you know what, this ain't right. You got to be getting something because a lot of times I didn't have gas to make it there, and they were like, this ain't right. You got to be getting something. So they made it a point to where now they had to pay me something. But to me, it's not a job. To me, I feel like that's doing it for the wrong reasons. If they can't pay me, they say that I'm not going to do it. But at the same time, they can't pay me. I still want to do it. I'm doing it for the right reasons. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I feel like it's a passion of mine that I have to get the word out there. That's just my faith. I feel like that's my destiny. That's what I really have to do. Since I woke up from the coma, that's one of the first things, that went through my head is, something I really have to do is get the word out there. I don't know why I feel so strongly about that, but it is. And I wonder it has to do with part of my flashbacks that I'm getting. Maybe my flashbacks I'm getting really did happen. Maybe, I don't know. I can't say because I can't say, oh yeah, I had an out of body experience because I don't know. I don't remember if I did, but the flashbacks that I'm getting tells me that I did. But I don't know how true the flashbacks are. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end that there. I just want to bring that up real fast to you guys. This is the very first time I'm speaking about it. So anybody that's in the room with me listening, it's the first time they heard it. I've never spoken about it before until right now. But I'm going to go ahead and end that there, you guys. My upcoming, that makes 5 years, comes up on September 18th. I got a video that still needs to be edited that I want to have drop around 5:30, and I want to go live on September 18th and answer any questions, talk to you guys about my incident. One thing I won't say though is the name of the people in the other car or anything about them. It's going to be more of what we experienced, what we've gone through, what we've been going through, the ripple effects that honestly on here I don't talk about 90% about the ripple effects because it's, we struggle like everybody else. And just keep in mind, if you're struggling, you're going through something, keep your faith. And you may be at the store trying to hold back your stress. Keep in mind, everybody around you is probably doing the same thing. Everybody's going through struggles. Everybody's going through a hard time. But everybody got to keep their faith. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Make sure you tell your loved ones you love them before you leave your house because you're not guaranteed to make it home. Be blessed. Stay blessed. I'm out.